Hi. So I'm not pregnant anymore. I had my baby. He was born on Mother's Day, and he was 8 pounds even, 19 and a half inches long. You know, his name's Avery, as you all know. Um, yeah, this is just gonna be a video of just explaining how my labor and delivery went. Okay, so I went shopping with my mom May 11th at about 6 p.m. Well, around 7 my water started leaking and I started having like what felt like little Braxton Hicks contractions, but not really. So I sat down and let her continue shopping, and because I didn't think anything of it. So about 10 minutes rolls around and I stand up and I feel like an even bigger gush, like of water. So I'm like, Mom, I think we need to go. Well, if you know my mom, you know that she always has to go grocery shopping when something bad is happening. Always. So we had to stop in Walmart, and at this point I'm like leaking really bad. But we stop in Walmart and I go to the bathroom and check myself, and it doesn't even look like anything. It has no odor or anything. So I was like, okay, I didn't pee myself, so what's going on here? So I get on one of those riding cart thingies, you know, and ride around the store. My contractions are like getting a little bit stronger, but not really. So we go grocery shopping, get some spaghetti and whatnot, because my mom was supposed to make me like a special dinner like tonight, and well, not tonight, but that night. But anyways, we're in there for about 30 minutes, and yeah, I parked the little cart ridey thingy, stand up, and I'm soaked. Like, I soaked all the way through my underwear and my shorts and my panty liner. So I'm like, okay, this is not normal. I need to go to the hospital. Well, before I could get to the hospital, we had to go pick my husband up from work because he didn't have transportation, because he wrecked his transportation. But so he's not off work when we get there, and I'm like leaking really bad, and like I'm sitting on a towel in my mom's car. Sorry. So I call his work and I'm like, hey, Adam needs to come outside right now because I think my water is like breaking as we speak. And they're like, oh my god. So 5 minutes later, Adam finally comes outside, and his work is like right next to the hospital. So I call the hospital, I tell them what's going on, and they're like, alright, we'll see you in a few minutes. And I'm like, what? I don't even have my bag packed or anything, because they knew what was happening. I didn't know what was happening, but they knew what was happening. So we get to the hospital, I go upstairs to labor and delivery triage. They put me in the room. Before, you know, they admit you, they make sure you're actually in labor. They told me to do a urine sample. So I went in the bathroom, you know, peed in the cup. And when I peed in the cup, my mucus plug fell completely out, and it was just sitting in the little urine cup thingy. And when I stood up, big giant pop and gush of water just all over the floor. So I was like, babe, I need you to come in here for a second. And he came into the bathroom and he was like, are you peeing yourself? Because he didn't think that I was like, it was my water breaking. He just thought that I was just like leaking or something. I don't know. Sorry, my allergies are horrible. But yeah, so he went and got the nurse, and she came in there and she's like, yep, and told me to lay on the table, and she checked to see how dilated it was. I was 4 centimeters dilated at this point, and she said, alright, we're gonna go set your room up. So she left the room, and 15 minutes later came back. I made all the phone calls I needed to make. I was like, hey, my water broke. I might be having a baby tonight, so yeah, clear your schedules. But yeah, they admitted me, and I was in my room for like 5 minutes, and a nurse came in there and told me to walk the halls because my contractions weren't like starting by themselves. I was just having Braxton Hicks, so we were trying to get them, you know, going. So I was walking the halls, and I'd come back every 30 minutes, and she'd check me, and no progress whatsoever. So I'm walking the halls, and I'm walking the halls, and reminder, my water started breaking at 7 p.m. and it completely broke around 8:30. Okay, so just put that in there. So I'm walking the halls like for like 4 hours, and nothing at all. I'm not dilating anymore. I'm not contracting. Nothing. So they put me in the tub to try and get things going, and I get out of the tub like 30 minutes later. Nothing at all. Like literally no progression. So a midwife comes in, and it's about 1 a.m. and she says, well, we should start you on Pitocin because your water your water has been broken since 8:30 and you haven't contracted it at all, and that could be dangerous for the baby. It could lead to infection or something. So 10 minutes later they started me on a very, very, very strong dose of Pitocin, and contractions started. They were horrible. Oh my god, about an hour into the Pitocin, I was very uncomfortable. 2 hours into the Pitocin, I was starting to tear up because my contractions were so horrible. Around right before I got my epidural, I was actually screaming in pain, like somebody help me, and oh god, it was not a fun sight. The nurses would look at my contraction monitor and then look at me and be like, oh my god, sweetie, I'm so sorry. Like they couldn't believe how strong my contractions were. So midwife comes in and she checks me, and I'm like begging for the epidural. I'm just like, please, 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 please. And I'm 5 centimeters, so they could give me the epidural. So they give me the epidural, and works completely. I am just numb, everything. So about 30 minutes after I got the epidural, I started shaking really, really bad. Like I was just shaking constantly, and my blood pressure dropped to the 70s and 80s, and it was also dropping Avery's heart rate. So they kept changing my position and whatnot, and but the epidural relaxed my body, so I was actually able to dilate and whatnot. And oh my god, I decided to take a nap. And when I decided to take a nap, Adam decided to go take a bath in my jacuzzi hot tub. So he goes and gets in the bathtub. My mom is asleep. My best friend Lindsay has left the building because we're just all it's not happening for a couple more hours. Let's just rest, because we've been up all night. I was in labor without the epidural for about 9 hours. Yeah, about 9 hours. And I only labored 2 or 3 hours with the epidural. Well, I wake up from my short little nap 30 minutes later because the midwife came in and checked me, and she just opens my legs, doesn't even stick nothing up there or anything like that. She just opens them, and she's just like, oh, baby time, because she could see his head apparently, I don't know. So I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. So I'm frantically calling my friend Lindsay to like get back to the room. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to push the baby out. And Adam comes out and he's just like, oh my god, what? And my mom wakes up and she's just like, oh, baby time, okay. So, yeah, you know, like, you know, put your head like this and push. I couldn't tell I was pushing. I mean, I could because of all the pressure, but like I didn't know my body was just pushing, you know, just by itself. It was weird. But I pushed for like 10 minutes. Like seriously, 10 minutes. That's it. And out comes Avery. He was so beautiful and perfect, and he did tear me a little bit, but not like, you know, vagina to ass tear. Just a little tear on the inside, because my midwife says when his shoulders were out and I to give that last push, he his hand or his fingers got caught and he tore me. So, you know, just one big stitch and whatnot. Okay. Now he's a little over 2 weeks old and he weighs 9 pounds. He's 21.5 inches long now. So he's growing pretty well. And I'm almost back to my pre-pregnancy body. I have horrible stretch marks and I don't want to show them because I'm ashamed of them. Oh, they're so ugly. I hate them. But yeah, that was my hellacious labor and delivery, everybody. 12 or so hours labor, 9 of which I did not have an epidural or any pain medicine whatsoever. Sorry. But if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram. I deleted my Kick because people were very disrespectful on there, so I just deleted it. Now all you can do is follow me on Instagram. I post daily, so be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to subscribe and comment, you know, tell me what you think. Pink hair, what up? Sorry. Anyways, bye.